Hello everyone, my name is Dave Davies. I'm head teacher at Sedgefield Community College. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We've put this together mainly for parents of, entirely for parents of students who are currently in year 6 of their primary school and who are looking forward to joining Sedgefield Community College in September this year. At the time of filming, as we all know, we're in a position of lockdown across the country, and there are a lot of uncertainties about when schools will be returned and in what sort of shape and form schools will be returning. So it's very difficult for us to plan with any degree of certainty for children when they do return. So what we've tried to do is we've tried to create a website area which will give parents of year 6 students some information so that they will feel more confident about the process of transitioning from primary school into secondary school. In a moment, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Robinson, who's currently Deputy Head Teacher at Sedgefield Community College, who will, in September, become the Head Teacher and take over from me. I know that most of you will be aware of that, but please can I just reassure parents that I won't be disappearing from Sedgefield Community College. I'll still be around, and myself and Mr. Robinson will be working very closely together, particularly through this uncertain period, to make sure that your child gets the best possible start at Sedgefield Community College and is successful throughout their life. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to students, parents and carers of our new Year 7. First of all, I would like to say it was with a sense of immense pride that I take up the position as the new head teacher of Sedgefield Community College from September. I feel extremely privileged to be leading this extraordinary school through the next phase of its development, and I'm determined to see our school continue to go from strength to strength. I also want to take the opportunity to reassure you all that although the school is entering into a new period of leadership and embarking in a new partnership with the Laidor Schools Trust, I will work to further embed the school ethos and preserve the uniqueness of the school following the exceptional leadership of Mr. Davies. I'm sure that I echo the views of the whole school community in expressing our gratitude to Mr. Davies for all his hard work, and we wish him the best of luck and look forward to working with him in his new role within the Laidor Schools Trust. It's especially important to me that I am taking over as head teacher at Sedgefield Community College because, as some of you already know, I've been deputy head teacher here in Sedgefield for the past 11 years. During this time, I've had a particular focus on raising standards, and I've witnessed firsthand how the school has transformed, making huge strides forward in each successive year. It's my aim to ensure that everyone at the school continues to feel part of the successful team, knowing that they are valued and being inspired to fulfil their potential. We at Sedgefield Community College are rightly proud of our academic reputation, both in County Durham, but also as one of the best schools across the whole of the north of England. However, exam grades and qualifications are only one part of the Sedgefield offer, and we will continue to enable our students, your children, to have memorable and life-changing experiences that they will look back upon with great affection and happiness as they grow into adulthood. The school motto, Achieve at Sedgefield, based on the acronym Achieve, is as relevant now as it ever has been, reflecting my own educational philosophy. Aspiration, community, high expectations, independence, excitement, feeling valued, and above all, enjoyment. It is centred upon a core ethos that speaks of working to produce motivated and enthused learners who are proud of their achievements, keen to celebrate the successes of others, and willing to make a positive contribution to their community. Unfortunately, because of the unparalleled times that we are living through at the moment, I am unable to deliver this welcome to you in person as would happen traditionally. Subsequently, it is understandable that you may be feeling more anxious than expected ahead of the transition process. and I want to reassure you that during what could be a worrying process of transition under normal circumstances, that we are working hard to alleviate the impact of the lockdown on this very important move from primary to secondary school. We have a track record of ensuring this process is effective and trouble-free, and in true Sedgefield community spirit, we have found solutions to ensure transition will take place safely, regardless of the challenges we are all facing. You'll have many questions that need answering. These 3 questions probably being the top of the list for many of you. Number 1, how will transition take place in lockdown? Number 2, how will my child be placed in teaching groups without Key Stage 2 assessments? And number 3, how will I obtain the uniform? To explain how transition will take place, we are all aware that the national situation is constantly evolving and will continue to do so over the coming weeks. We've already planned a number of different approaches so that transition will take place in some shape or form. We will be in close contact with you as further guidance is provided by the government, and we will update you immediately once we know the safest way to proceed. In terms of how we would place students in teaching groups, we will adopt a slightly different approach to the one we usually do. All of Year 7, apart from a very small number of students, will be taught in mixed ability groups for the first half term. During this time, the students will be taught a newly created English and Maths curriculum that has been designed to bridge between Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3. Using this approach, we know all of our Year 7 will have had a consistent educational experience following lockdown. It will be at the end of this half term that we will assess the students only on the work they have studied, meaning no student will be unfairly disadvantaged by lockdown. We will then allocate students to teaching groups based on these tests and some primary school information. Finally, regarding uniform, our expectations and standards are extremely high in every aspect of the school life, which is the reason why you have chosen Sedgefield Community College as a secondary school for your child. I would like to take the opportunity to stress that these high standards are always upheld strongly, particularly uniform and behaviour. Students are always expected to be dressed smartly in the correct uniform, conduct themselves calmly around the school, behave impeccably in lessons, and in return deserve the highest quality education. Full details of these expectations are in the transition pack and available on our transition section of the school website. In terms of obtaining the uniform, we are arranging for the supplies Raw Clips and Total Sport to come into school once we have further clarification from the government over the scale in which we can open the school safely. Needless to say, when this does happen, we will have a very clear procedure to ensure social distancing and other health and safety measures are observed. Should you require further clarification on our uniform policy, please contact Mr. Foster, our Deputy Head Teacher, with responsibility for student welfare. Mr. Foster will also be able to answer all queries relating to transport too. In the meantime, if you have other queries relating to transition, we have a dedicated section of our website precisely for this. Within that section, you will find a frequently asked questions page. However, if you need additional information, please get in touch with Mr. Baird, Mrs. McGowan, or Ms. Anderson, who are our dedicated transition specialists. Our school, your new school, is a thriving community, a really happy place where all students feel safe, are respectful and responsible, where a positive learning environment is non-negotiable so that students and staff can ensure that success is achieved by all. I want our students to fully understand the value of education and the acquisition of knowledge and preparing them for life beyond school and successful futures. For those of you familiar with the school already, you'll be aware that the Sedgefield Learning Box has been instrumental in achieving this goal and enabling our students to become true lifelong learners in every aspect of their lives. The Sedgefield Learning Box is currently being rebranded as Inevitable Progress at Sedgefield Community College. This is just a rebrand. and the core mission remains the same. Every student, regardless of prior attainment or background, will be pushed to be the best they can be. This is also reflected in our curriculum, where we believe all students should follow a timetable of very broad and balanced subjects based on the core of traditional academic, creative, practical and performance-centred subjects. As a parent myself, my rationale has always been to create a school I would be more than happy for my daughter and son to attend, which would enable them to follow their aspirations and to achieve their goals, whether they know these dreams now or are still to decide on their career. It is on the basis of this ethos and extremely high expectations that our school's constant success is based upon. Every aspect of a student's development, academically, socially, and behaviour-wise, will impact on how successful they will become in later life. I want every student, once they reach the end of year 11, to be well prepared and qualified with the best possible GCSE results to equip them to face an ever-changing job market. It is our priority to enable our students to compete successfully with students not only in County Durham, but in the best schools nationally for the best college places, most esteemed university places, and the most sought after apprenticeships. However, success can only come from a commitment to work in partnership. I strongly value the importance of solid and effective relationships between home and school. I look forward to building on such relationships based on mutual respect and trust. As part of this commitment between home and school, if you wish to contact me, you can do so by emailing the school using the contact details from the website. In the meantime, I look forward to meeting you in person in the near future, and stay safe and take care.